This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we have a tale of forgiveness and compassion on this Good Friday. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Karen. Here comes your information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Today is Good Friday, the most solemn day of the year for members of the Christian faith. It's the day that Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross. The Lenten season will culminate on Sunday with the celebration of Easter, the day Christians believe that Christ rose from the dead. The Lenten season is a time of repentance and reflection. Tonight we have a special story appropriate for the Lenten season, a true story of forgiveness. Here's Lisa Sugart.
Today we are very pleased to be here at Diamond United Methodist Church in Hazleton with Pastor Chris Hardy. We have a special message for you today with Easter Sunday coming up this Sunday. A very appropriate story, I thought, for the time. We have to start with sad news that the church, unfortunately, had been burglarized a few weeks back, and that triggered some interesting response by you and your congregation that I was really, taken back by when I saw that you had posted a letter to the burglar. We'll get to that in a moment, but first, Pastor, thank you for welcoming us here. Tell us what happened when the burglary occurred.
The person or persons, they made a way into the church. They systematically went through seemingly every nook and cranny of the church. They opened up every door, every cupboard, every cabinet, looking for valuables or probably money. They really didn't do any damage per se. They didn't vandalize anything, but any door that was locked, they broke. They broke into my office, the pastor's office, and while they're in my office, they did break into a filing cabinet, where I have some valuables, but they stole a couple of gift cards that we use for our ministry or people that are struggling. I have a couple. They stole gift cards valued at less than $100, but they are used for the pharmacy or for groceries. We supplement that with our emergency food pantry so that they can go and buy some fresh items from the deli or milk, eggs, or bread. So they stole gift cards, and that was it. I mean, we don't keep any money here at the church, but they did take the gift cards.
But how you reacted to this was very unique, because that's what caught my eye, that you had put a post on Facebook, a letter to the burglar or burglars. So tell us what that was about.
Of course, initially I was upset. I mean, we felt violated, we were angry. Of course, now we got a mess to clean up. But after sitting on it for a day and looking at the break-in itself, like I said, the lack of damage other than the doors, the things that were or were not stolen, it became evident to me that the person or persons were desperate. They're hungry or they're poor or they're just hard up on their luck. So naturally we responded in the way that Jesus calls us to respond, and it is to help these people and to feel for them. So in my opinion, him or her were desperate. And just like we had been forgiven by Jesus, we thought it was necessary to forgive these person or persons as well too. Unfortunately, I don't condone breaking into the church or breaking into the pastor's office and stealing, but the message is I hope that they know that we're here and that we can help. All they would have to do would be to ask.
You invited them to come to Mass and said you'd be here, told them when you'd be here and everything.
Yeah, well, that was the open invitation that they're welcome here. The person or persons that broke into the church and stole, they're absolutely welcome here. I mean, I've messed up in my life. I've sinned daily, and these persons have as too, and we all have. So they're welcome here just as much as anybody else would be. Unfortunately, no one came forward and admitted and said that they were the persons. We've had some visitors since then, but regardless, even if they don't want to come and to claim responsibility for it, they can come anonymously, and they're still welcome here.
And a unique twist on this, you said you know what it's like a little bit more intently because you were a police officer before you were a minister, so you've seen what makes people commit crimes.
Sure, I mean, and that was part of it too. I mean, I've investigated burglaries even in other churches as well, and there are times when people just come in and they do malicious damage, spray painting or burning or just trashing the kitchen and smashing things, and this burglar or burglars didn't do any of that. They went through everything meticulously. Absolutely nothing was damaged besides a couple door jambs that they kicked in that were locked for searching for things. So they had an opportunity to do some damage. They were here for a long time. I mean, this building's pretty big. And unfortunately, before then, we didn't have a security system, but now we do. So they were here for a good amount of time, and no damage was done. I mean, even when they went through my desk, it was sort of in an orderly fashion. Things weren't just strewn about. They kind of just took the papers out and sat them down looking for things. So I think they handled the burglary themselves with grace. I think they did it in a nice manner. I mean, they could have made it a lot worse for us, but it just made me reflect that this person or persons, it's not beyond them that they were breaking into a church. It's not beyond them that they were breaking into a pastor's office. And I say that because no one wakes up when they're in kindergarten and they're telling a teacher what their life goals is. It's not to be a thief. It's not to break into a church. So this person, regardless of what circumstances they're at now in their life, this isn't what their mom and dad had hoped them to be. It's not what God intends them to be. It's not what they wanted to be as their life. So I understand that, and the congregation does as well, and that's why we are here as a church, and we want to respond the way that Jesus calls us to. We want to respond not in our own human nature. Of course, we still feel violated. We're still upset that it happened, but if we respond in the way that our instincts calls us to be, or if we respond the way the rest of the world does, then that doesn't make us any difference in the rest of the world. So the church calls us to respond differently, and I think that's what we're trying to do in this situation, and that's why we are the church, and that's why we have the different ministries that we do here at Diamond and other churches as well in Hazleton and across the world.
Well, I think your reaction is just phenomenal, what you did. I think that's an example for all of us. It's especially timely with this being Good Friday and moving on to Easter Sunday. So we hope that this sends a strong message to everyone that they will also want to do what you said, to forgive others like that. Really appropriate story for this time of the year. We'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a happy and blessed Easter, and to your congregation as well.
Thank you, Lisa, and I almost said Merry Christmas. Happy Easter to you as well, and all our folks here in our community. Thank you for being here.
Pastor Chris Hardy from Diamond United Methodist Church here in Hazleton.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you to Pastor Chris for sharing his story. And now a reminder that 2 free community Easter dinners will be served in our area this weekend. The first free dinner will take place on Saturday from noon until 2 p.m. at the Community Bible Fellowship Church, 458 West Spruce Street in Hazleton. The free Easter dinner will be available for eat-in or take-out. Delivery is also available to shut-ins. You can call 570-436-2061. Then on Easter Sunday, a free community Easter dinner will once again be served at Catholic Social Services, 214 West Walnut Street in Hazleton. The dinner will be served from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. You can eat in or choose delivery. For delivery or to volunteer to help out, call Catholic Social Services at 570-455-1521. And the Lassand family and everyone here at SSPTV would like to extend our wishes for a very happy and blessed Easter to all those who are celebrating. And in other news, it's finally here, your chance to see the first episode of the brand new hunting show that will air nationally and right here on SSPTV. Wild 'Bout Huntin' will premiere on the Hunt Channel on April 2nd and on SSPTV on April 4th, but you can see the first episode in its entirety at a release party tomorrow night. Dennis Gantz is the producer and host of Wild 'Bout Huntin'.
Tomorrow, March 26th, come on down to Valley Regional Fire Hall, 5 o'clock, the doors open for the Wild 'Bout Huntin' release party. We're looking for a great crowd, chance to win some wonderful prizes. We've got 2 hunts we're going to be giving away, one with our buddies at Buck Cage, a 2-day guided turkey hunt, and one with our friend Mike Wagner from Dusty W. German Shorthair Pointers. Lots of other prizes. You get a chance to see the first episode before it airs nationally and locally here on SSPTV, and we got a live band, Last Call Beautiful, some great music you're going to listen to. So just come on out, have a good time.
Again, doors open at 5 p.m. tomorrow at the Valley Regional Fire Company in Drums. And don't miss the premiere of Wild 'Bout Huntin' April 2nd on the Hunt Channel, and then on April 4th at 4:30 p.m. right here on SSPTV. Coming up next, another adorable edition of Adopt Me from the Hazleton Animal Shelter. And in sports, it's part 2 of my interview with College Football Hall of Famer Major Harris.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Major job fair will take place in our area next Thursday. Lisa Sugart has the details.
The 20th annual Greater Hazleton Job Fair is just around the corner, and it's for anyone who's looking for a change of job, a new job, whatever you're looking for, you might find it there. And here to tell us all the details about what you need to know is Leanne Falabelle, the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. This is a very well-attended event. It gets bigger and better every year.
It is. Last year we had 62 businesses participate in the fair. This year we're heading towards that number. So there's definitely going to be a very wide variety of businesses participating in the fair. It's going to be held Thursday, March 31st from 10 until 4 at Genetti's Catering, very nice central location right on 309 in Hazleton. And it's free for the job seekers. So, you know, you want to come to the event and you want to come prepared. You want to have your resumes in hand. In most cases, it's going to be the human resource manager or general manager of the business that's going to be there that you're going to have the opportunity to meet. Some cases, you might have an opportunity to get an on-site interview. So we do encourage people to come prepared for the fair. I mean, as far as job opportunities that are going to be there, everything, you know, we have industries, a lot of medical opportunities, and, you know, just ranging from you know, CNAs to RNs, I mean, across the board, all different kinds of opportunities. Also, sales positions, there's going to be some management positions. What we do for the job fair is we do a program, and it has all the participating businesses and then all the job opportunities that they have available. So we hand that out to everybody that attends, so they'll get that information, and it really helps them, you know, go around and, you know, just see everything that's available.
And who should come to the job fair? What type of, I know it's like all kinds of jobs, and internships, I believe you told me before as well.
Yes, summer internships, you know, some of the businesses will be looking for summer interns, full-time, part-time. Really, I mean, with 55 plus businesses there, there's going to be, if you're looking for a job, this is the place to be. This event we do annually, so this is our 20th annual, like you said, and definitely a lot of opportunities. If you need a job, like I said, this is the place to be.
All right, March 31st, 10 to 4 at Genetti Catering, the Greater Hazleton Job Fair.
Hello again. Here I have with me Orion. Orion is an approximately 2 to 3 year old Lhasa Apso Terrier mix who is very affectionate and loves to be held and played with. We're not sure if Orion's good with other dogs, but of course we always recommend doing a meet and greet if you have dogs of your own and are considering adoption. Orion is neutered, current on all of his vaccines, including his rabies and distemper shot, and he has also been tested for heartworm and Lyme disease and has come up negative. Because Orion is such an active little dog, we recommend an experienced pet owner with a lot of time and energy on their hands to match him. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have with me Cinzano. Cinzano is a recent addition to the male colony here, and like all of our cats, he's already neutered, current on all of his vaccines, including his rabies and distemper shots, and has also been tested for feline leukemia and FIV, and has come up negative for both. Although a new addition to the colony, Cinzano is making friends very quickly and seems to get along well with other cats. Because of his outgoing and friendly nature, we recommend Cinzano not only to experienced pet owners, but also those first-timers as well. That's it for this week's animals. If anybody's interested in adopting Orion, Cinzano, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazleton Animal Shelter at 101 North Poplar Street.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
A few weeks ago, I sat down with college football legend Major Harris. The All-American and College Football Hall of Famer out of West Virginia was in our area to help out with a Lamont White football camp that regularly features former NFL players like Lamont White and Aaron Beasley. Here's more from my sit down with Harris. Talk about Eastern football. I mean, even playing down at West Virginia, so often now we hear about the southern part of the United States. What do you think about the Eastern game? There's still a lot of good players coming out of here. Do you think it could be a little bit better?
Well, no, you know what? To be honest, I think Coach Paterno, I think he had a big influence on Eastern football. You know, with his passing, it seemed like Western football, Eastern football kind of died out a little bit. I remember when I was coming out, we would have 3 or 4 guys, top players in the country. Now it seems like they all coming from the southern part of the states. So I think we still got a lot of great players in this area. It's just I don't know if it's just shift to, you know what I mean, down south or what, but so back in the day, I mean, you get a guy from Eastern PA, Western PA, I have great football up in this area.
Now, you grew up in Pittsburgh, and you ended up playing for West Virginia. How'd that happen with the whole backyard brawl?
Well, you know, West Virginia was only an hour away from Pittsburgh, and, you know, it's a short drive, so it was just more of a thing at the time. Pitt was going through a coaching change. Foles Fazel got fired, so didn't know who the next coach was going to be at Pitt. So I just wanted to go somewhere where I knew who the head coach was going to be, and I didn't want to be surprised on who they was going to bring in next.
Me as a Penn State fan, and I have to ask, I think I watched in 1988, you guys knock off Penn State for the first time, and I forget how many years I saw students storming the field. Do you remember that game? Was it crazy?
Yeah. You know, the thing about it is what made the game so special, not only did we was top 10 in the, going into that season, you know, to play Penn State on national TV with the all-time winningest coach, Joe Paterno, you know. So whenever I mention that game, I always mention Coach Paterno because he is the all-time winningest coach.
Did opponents come up to you after the game ever, or maybe what's the nicest thing they ever say to you? They just come up and be like, wow, man, you know, or like, hey, you know, they really appreciate your ability.
Well, you know, once you up for like the Heisman and things like that, yeah, players might after the game come up to you, you know what I mean, like, man, congratulations, you're a good player and stuff like that. I think that adds on to it once you get accolades, you know, then guys will come up to you and really show respect.
Looking back on it now, you said, you know, maybe 20, 30 years ago with college football. What do you take away from it all? I mean, what did you get out of football?
Well, best time of my life. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of things didn't turn out the way I wanted them to turn out, but when I look back on it, I had a ball.
You line up right now with maybe Lamont and Aaron Beasley. You think you guys could still be a force? Or?
Well, they still look like they can play. I look like a lineman.
Switch positions. Hey, you're pretty versatile, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Lamont White was a standout cornerback in college and the Arena Football League, and he also played in the NFL. He says it was great going up against Major Harris and that he always looked up to him. When you reached out to him to come to these camps, was he happy to come down with the kids?
I mean, it was the last time I seen Major when we coached Arena Football together. I've been about 10 years ago. So, you know, it was so excited to get back and get in touch with him to come out here and help out. So,
what was he like as a coach?
Oh, Major's probably one of the best X and O's coaches that should be an NFL coach. Trust me.
That good, huh? Yeah. You watch his highlights like I did maybe, or when you saw him play. I mean, wow, right? I mean,
oh, man, he's one of the most exciting. If he played today, he'd be a millionaire. Trust me. The quarterbacks that's doing all this stuff now, Major's doing it back in the day way before those guys. Trust me, he would be a millionaire.
The next Lamont White football camp is set for April 17th. We'll have more details in the coming days. So everyone loves Fridays, and I think Ron Marchetti is the reason why. Here's Short Shots.
The number 11 seed on a Good Friday. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Short Shots on this Good Friday. A number 11 is the lowest seed ever to make the Final Four. That's right. In fact, 3 number 11 seeds have shaken up March Madness brackets across the nation by advancing to the Final Four. LSU in 1986, George Mason in 2006, and VCU in 2011. The lowest seeded team to win the NCAA championship ever remains number 8 Villanova in 1985. We will get back to basketball in a few moments, but first, in Lewisburg, Marion freshman Danny Burlitz played 4th in the 500-yard freestyle. Burlitz, who was 5th in the 200 last Friday, advanced to the championship finals last Saturday in the 500 by placing 4th in the AM prelims. He went even faster in the night session, posting his career best time while finishing his season with 2 Schuylkill League golds, 2 District 11 gold, the Schuylkill League meet record and the 200 freestyle, and 4th and 5th place medals in the state at Bucknell University. And let's not forget Marion Kate Krasinski, a junior who finished 16th in the 100-yard backstroke at the state championships at Bucknell. Now back to basketball. Roman Catholic High won the boys 4A state championship by 10 Newman Goretti's boys won the 3A state title by 33, 99-66. Kennedy Catholic won the boys single A title by 11. The Goretti girls won the girls 2A title by 33, 65-28 by 37. And Lourdes Regional lost the single A girls title game. Goretti boys and girls both won state titles for the second year in a row, very handily, like from a different planet. Well, we are in the middle of March Madness, and the Sweet 16 are Miami, Duke, Indiana, Iowa State, Virginia, Kansas, Gonzaga, North Carolina, Villanova, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Maryland, Syracuse, Wisconsin, Texas A&M, and Oregon. Now, some of those teams have been eliminated since this taping was made before yesterday. Have a happy, holy, and healthy Easter, everybody. Till Easter Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Hey golfers, have we got the perfect vacation spot for you? Myrtle Beach. Signature Golf Packages builds and reserves the finest and most reasonably priced Myrtle Beach vacations. From scheduling your golf tee times to making your hotel accommodations. Oceanfront to golf course villas. Mark Passon, a Hazleton native, has been doing this for 10 years. Expect excellent customer service, local knowledge of all the courses, and the best golf vacation of a lifetime. Call now to learn all of the specials that Signature Golf Packages can offer you or your group. 866-462-9885 or book now at signaturegolfpackages.com.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First night, Freeland Crime Watch will be holding their next meeting Monday, April 4th at 6 p.m. from the Freeland Senior Center. Judge Dan O'Donnell will be the guest speaker. The group encourages everyone to come out and join the Crime Watch. Our next announcement, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce will be holding their 12th annual Icebreaker Golf Outing Friday, April 29th at the Valley Country Club. Registration and lunch will be held at 11 a.m. and it will start at noon with a shotgun start. Cost is $75 per player and includes buffet lunch, a round of golf with cart, and a drink voucher for after play. Several prizes are available. For information, just call 570-455-1509 or check out hazletonchamber.org. And finally, Holy Door Mission Friar will be holding a Brown Bag Day of Recollection on Saturday, April 23rd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The program is called The Splendor of These Things Created, the Franciscan Vision of St. Bonaventure, and will include presentations by Professor Kevin Hughes of Villanova University. Cost is $15 per person. For info, just call 570-454-4150 or email joanpesta@gmail.com. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Jessica Judy of Shenandoah. Jessica, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Sarah Palin may be making her way back to television with a courtroom judge show. According to People.com, the show could hit the airwaves next year, and it doesn't have a name yet. Warm Springs is the production company that Palin signed a deal with. Well, everyone, please have a great Easter weekend. I'm going to eat 3 boxes of Smidgens. Actually, that's the over-under number. I'm going to go with over. We'll see you back here on Monday. Take it easy, everyone.